people know some things rub me the wrong way, some things get under my skin. I say whatever, whatever, whatever. I know the stuff that's going around. This is a very complex case in Pennsylvania, and it might be just too complex. From what I read yesterday, they're going to be appealing it, appealing the decision. I support whatever they're doing 100%. Obviously, I'm a plaintiff in it, but you know, we're taking direction from an attorney, right? So I am going to, because you got to look at it this way. So I'm not sure what happened with the whole judge recusing himself, but I think I'm piecing some of this stuff together. And if it is about the video I did, which I don't think it is, because he was talking about getting death threats by phone and email, but you know what, he wasn't very clear. So I don't know if he was, you know, because we know Clue knows the judge. We feel that there was already ex parte communications going on long before, you know, this. And so him recusing himself was a good thing. I jumped all over it. I don't want that man presiding over me. There's something wrong with him. He does not like me. I don't care. I don't know him. I really don't care. I think it was a great option for me, and I think I made the right decision. And of course, you know, most people that have their egos kind of dinged throw temper tantrums. Now, I don't know if that temper tantrum was for me or if he's really getting death threats. I don't know. I don't trust these people in this county. Everybody knows that. What I can tell you is if it's related to that video that was spliced all together, had two different subject matter topics and tried to imply that I'm threatening a judge, they just committed a crime, because that just interfered with proper judicial process. And if I find out that's what the case may be, I will be pushing for the proper people to be held accountable for that, because I know exactly who manufactured that video, spliced it together, and we will have the emails of the people that, and the telephone numbers of the people that called that judge. So if they interfered and literally started emailing him stuff to interfere with because a judge cannot have ex parte communications. You cannot bias the judge with emails and stuff like that, because they're forced to recuse themselves. And if I find out that this team of misfits, including Clue, that knows the judge, we've got her saying that she knows the judge very, very, very well. If we find out that they're the ones that Chris and Katie Proudfoot's clique of people are disrupting court proceedings, my attorneys and I will have absolutely something to say about that. So I pray to God that that's not going on, and I pray to God that they are not going to do that again, because if they do, I will be demanding charges. I will be demanding people be held accountable. You cannot disrupt judicial process. It is a crime in this country to do. I don't know if it's a misdemeanor. I don't know if it's a felony. But I have to think if you're continuously doing it, it will rise very quickly to a higher criminal element. But I did see where the video originated from. That has been sent over to my attorney. Now, again, we don't know what it's about, but I have to take all precautions necessary in case that's what they did. You did split, you could see differently that they are two totally different time frames, totally different areas, me in totally different clothes, and you could see it was spliced together. Because it's coming out of my mouth and I don't really forget a whole lot, dates and, you know, gets a little hairy and stuff like that, but I can always remember certain things. But when it comes to my speech and the conversations I have, because these are shows, and so some of the topics are a little rougher, some of my excitement's a little bit different. I can identify exactly which shows those came from, and they were on completely different subject matters totally. One was based on the laws of Tennessee and the future of the youngsters. One was the content creators willfully hurting an innocent father. Two totally different subject matters, two totally different time frames, and they were spliced together and put out there. Now, they could have heard what the judge said, you know, went and picked these things up and spliced it and started passing that around to drive the narrative. But if that's exactly what they did, and they actually interfered with court proceedings over this bunk spliced video that does not put into context what was really said, that is disrupting court proceedings. You forced a judge to recuse himself. You should be held accountable for liability of that. And we are going to be pushing whoever the parties are that did this are held accountable. You cannot do that. What you did was wrong, and you literally had a judge recuse himself. So if that's not interfering with court proceedings, I don't know what is.